store credit. I want my money back. Nothing that I can do about it. That's just their policy. Like, it won't even come back in after returning for a brand new game. It's when I scan your receipt, it's going to see when this one was bought, and it's going to automatically give you trade credit. I'm really getting pissed off right now. I'm really getting pissed off. How you doing today, sir? Thank you for calling Gamestop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And this is a very interesting story. As you just saw, this guy goes into a GameStop, tries to return Fallout 76. He don't like the game. He's already played it. He's taking it back to the store, and he expects to get a full refund. He doesn't have the receipt, and it doesn't matter because the game is open. I mean, I remember going back, you know, to stores, and you argue with the manager enough, and you will eventually get their way. I mean, I could even tell you personal experiences like that from being at work. You know, you complain enough, it's like putting out a fire. You know, you're going to want to just, you know, put it out as quickly as possible, stop an issue. And, you know, but here the manager stood his ground, says, no, the product cannot be returned if it's already been opened, and plus you don't even have a receipt. So it's like, okay. Right? So this guy is just trashes the whole fucking store, and you know, it's bad enough when customers are super messy in a store like that, but this guy just fucking destroyed the store, and I'm sure many products got broken in the process. And it's funny, it's like, you know, you would think with like something like this, people would pretty much say, what an asshole, and just pretty much write it off like that, like the guy's wrong. But no, you see all these different perspectives on it, which is like, okay, it's great, it's fun, right, on the end of the, to see these different perspectives, but sometimes it sounds a little stupid. And like one case in point is like Rich from Review Tech USA, which I'm a fan of his. But, you know, he tried to, like, make this an argument, kind of like it's, you know, it's a great example of GameStop failing to evolve like other online retailers. And, you know, I don't even think that Amazon would even take back an open game. I don't think that's how it works. So, you know, the manager offered the guy to have store credit. And, of course, he's going to only get, like, half what the game is worth, but that would be better than nothing, better than keeping a shitty game that you don't enjoy. So, you know, many people are trying to make this like an argument like, oh, this is because the game is shit, and so, you know, and so they should take it back. Like, they're just a retailer. GameStop didn't make the game, and plus, you can't cave in to the customers just because they want. They're going to be taking a loss on that. They can't sell a you know, a game new when it's already been open. They're gonna have to sell it as a used game, and yeah, they do profit off of that, but the case is that guy didn't have the receipt, and they got to stand by their policies. The guy's not the CEO. He's you know, not in corporate, so he doesn't make the fucking rules. So I mean, you know, people are saying, oh, they could have just sold it as a used game. Doesn't matter. The manager there, Brian, didn't really have a say in all this. He's just a manager. He's going to follow protocol. He's going to follow store policy. So he's not going to cave into this maniac who went on to destroy his fucking store. And thank God he didn't, because, you know, but people are going to say, oh, that wouldn't have happened if you just gave him the refund. It's like, you know, people are very fast to say these things, especially when they're not in that situation. If you're not first person and experiencing this, and especially if you've never worked retail, which, you know, I feel that almost every single person in life should be forced to have one of those jobs, because you'll really see how it is, like how the world is and how people act and how they interact in the world. It's very, very telling. And I'll tell you, like, you know, most people, most of my friends who have worked with me in retail positions, they're some of the most common sense, logical people because they've experienced a lot. They've met a lot of different types of people, just like me. You know, not to toot my own horn, but you kind of see that I kind of have people pegged a certain way. I think outside the box a lot because I've seen and I've met a lot of different people, and you could see this BS from a mile away. So the guy did everything right, that being Brian, the store manager, and the customer did everything wrong. You know, especially destroying the store. Should the authorities be brought into this? Absolutely, especially since this guy probably destroyed hundreds of dollars of merchandise in the store. It can't, you know, be overlooked. I mean, you can't just act like this and not have any repercussions. And people are like, oh, I'm not bothered by this. Well, of course you're not bothered by this because A, you don't work in the store. B, this doesn't really have any direct effect on your life in any way. You didn't have to go through this. It's not your store. It's not your merchandise. So you're not going to fucking care, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, but people just have such a stupid way of looking at things. And I'm saying, like, Rich from Review Tech USA is saying, like, oh, this is an example of GameStop's failure to evolve. I'm sorry, but listen, it doesn't matter. Retailers are going to fucking die sooner or later. It's just how it is. There's too many options online. It's too convenient. You don't even have to leave your house. So, of course, it's natural selection. You know, some ideas are just too big to beat. And these retailers, they're going to try to do little different things, try to go into different markets. But at the end of the day, it's not going to really matter because they're just going to be eaten up because Amazon is a giant conglomerate. And, you know, you have so many other options. There's eBay. Like I said, you don't even have to leave the fucking house to be able to game. And, you know, so it doesn't matter this what Brian's decision was at this GameStop store, because, you know, this is the policy, and it's, you know, that's how it's always been. You can't return opened items, especially when you don't have a fucking receipt. And, you know, this, like I'm saying, it's not a rallying cry. You know, that's what I'm saying. Trying to be logical here. I'm not going to be like a lot of people here on YouTube that are going to be like, oh, yeah, fuck GameStop, because, you know, this is what happens when they have these policies. You know, some people are saying, oh, you know, this is what happens because Bethesda made a shitty-ass game, and this is people. The guy obviously had problems. He's a fucking brute. He's an animal. He doesn't know how to, you know, interact with people in the correct way in society. You know, you don't get your way doesn't mean you trash the fucking store to make your point. You know, that's what I'm saying. It really, if you're thinking about this in a common sense way, there's only one way to look at this. The guy didn't get his way. He acted like an asshole. He was wrong. And Brian at GameStop, man, I give you all the credit in the world. I mean, I do. You kept your cool. You answered the phone really calmly after that. I could tell that Brian has seen some shit. He's very experienced. He doesn't let a lot bother him. He's probably like, okay, cool. You know, I hope he called the cops and everything. I hope that, you know, action is going to be taken against this man. One could only hope. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you're really looking at this any other way than, you know, than the guy just not getting his way and being an asshole because of it, I mean, you really need to kind of rethink things and look at this logically. You know, it has nothing to do with the game being bad. You know, a bad game shouldn't make you, you know, it's just not, it's not how you're supposed to act. You know, that's not a normal functioning brain. You know, if you're acting crazy due to a game not being to your liking, if it makes you want to go on a violent rampage, then, you know, there's something very, very wrong with you. And this is not the time to start making arguments that, oh, maybe Bethesda should make better games so people don't fucking trash GameStops when they try to return them. Sorry, I can't accept arguments like that. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit a thumbs up. Also, subscribe, please. You know, I just hit 6K recently, and I'm already on the way to 6,100 subscribers. Hopefully, maybe magically, by the end of the year, we could hit the 7K mark. That would be unprecedented, but it's a possibility. It's happened before in the past to other channels. Maybe I could experience that. Hit the bell so you get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. Check out some of the content I have posted here. And thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.